I had the idea for cars because when I was a kid, I would always play with Matchbox and Hot Wheels, and I was thinking, this was after we made Finding Nemo, I was trying to come up with a new idea. I was thinking that, wouldn't it be cool if we weren't here and instead it was just cars? There were no people, it was just cars.
Well, if you ever plan to motor west, Jack, take my way, it's the highway, that's the best. Get your
So when we were first writing the screenplay, me and Fogelman, originally we were thinking we were going to have Mater's original name. Instead of Tow Mater, the tow truck, originally we wanted something that had the idea of vegetables. So we tried egg, plant, but it didn't work. We had cucumber, but it didn't make sense. And when we thought of it, we thought, hey, Tow Mater, and it gets me every time.
To be honest, when John came up to me with the idea for cars, I was a bit skeptical. I mean, after Toy Story, I thought Pixar was past having inanimate objects speaking. I mean, really, Mr. Potato Head, I don't see how this is a children's toy. He's a potato, and you pull his feet and his arms out of his ass. That's not very sanitary, alright? I don't see what enjoyment people get out of this. But, in the end, I was really glad that we did Cars.
Yeah, the production took a really long time, but one of the most worrisome parts whenever you've got a new idea for a movie, of course, is the pitch meeting, and our pitch meeting went great. It was wonderful. I think we actually we're gonna show them some of the pitch meeting. Yeah. Okay, cool. Here, watch. It's good.
Hi, Dan Fogelman.
I'm John Lasseter. Hi. Okay. So we're pitching to you a movie that we've been thinking about. It's called Cars. So in this world, instead of people, they're all cars. So we have the characters here symbolized. This is Lightning McQueen. Okay. This is the King.
He's a race car.
Yeah. And this is Chick Hicks.
Right.
The movie starts out. These are all stock car racers. So starts out. They're in the last important race, and it's sort of like and as they get to the finish, it ends in a tie. Lightning McQueen, he doesn't like to lose, so he decides he's going to start practicing earlier than the other cars. They get broken down in Radiator Springs, which is just a little nothing town. If a Greasy Spoon was a town, it would be Radiator Springs.
This is where we meet Mater.
Mater is a tow truck. His name is
Tow
Mater. Get it like a tomato? We thought of that. We thought of that.
We also meet Sally. She's a Porsche.
She's a Porsche.
She's
Lightning's love interest. They love each other. So when they first meet, it's sort of like they sort of edge up towards each other and they get close, and it's just like and then they go for a drive, and it's like
and then she splashes mud on them like this.
I'm gonna come with mud now. My name's Lightning McQueen. And that's when he meets Sally.
Yeah, then he meets Sally.
Right.
We're also introduced to Doc Hudson.
And he's grumpy.
We find out later that he's an old racer who was taken out of
But for now, that's a secret.
Don't know that yet.
Don't let the audience know it. No.
That's a spoiler.
It is.
It's
the rollover for spoiler if you want to know the spoiler on IMDb. IMDb. Okay. He has to help them fix up their town, because that's the only way he can get out, because the road is sort of messed up. There's a nice interlude here. Life is a highway, I wanna ride it all night long. If you go my way, I wanna ride it all night long. We're gonna hire a mediocre country band to cover the song, and that's the one that we're planning to. Very mediocre, to say the least. Lightning McQueen. He's all ready to leave. Everything's okay, and he's out of there, basically. And he's leaving. Where you going? You're my friend! And you can tell that even though he's leaving to go race, There's some doubt.
There's
some
doubt,
and
sadness,
and sadness.
hesitation.
His heart isn't in the race, but through some blah blah blah. This is all just little crap filler.
Filler.
Exactly.
We're taking a crap all over the script right now.
This is when we learned that Doc actually used to be a race car,
And due to an injury, he's out of the circuit.
these three become his pit crew. They become Lightning's pit crew. In the final race, it's kind of like pit stop.
Oh, we're helping you. Dangle that way. And here's the finish line right here.
And he wins.
He's the victor.
Taking it up, him and Sally. Now they're totally in love. This is how it ends.
And that's the end of the
That's the end of the movie.
That's it.
And it's a heartwarming tale.
It's a romance.
It's more of an automotive thriller.
It's automotive romance thriller comedy.
Is how I like to look at it, if you will.
It's romance because of these two.
A bro comedy, also a father-son heartwarming tale.
Because Hudson
is a
father
figure.
Father.
Lightning.
Father. It's also quite sad because you realize a whole hidden truth behind Doc Hudson.
It's a sports action.
Sports action thriller.
Sports action thriller.
It's a family movie too. It's
mainly a family
Mainly
movie.
a family.
Did we leave out the double homicide? Because that always throws off the family. Lightning goes into a fit of rage and kills these two.
It's a multi-pleaser.
What do you say?
I like it. Lots of good things going on. I like it. A lot of elements going on at once. You know, and then the good stuff, the love, the brother, the father, the whole thing. But I have some real concerns with the double homicide. Yeah, that's a killer. So you know, that brings your G rating to an R, and that's an issue with the audience.
How do you feel about single homicide?
That would be PG. Yeah.
PG?
Yeah.
I think we should
Just cut it?
Just cut it entirely, yeah.
Okay.
Alright. We're good?
Well,
Thank you. Thank you.
it has been great
pleasure.
with the pitch.
Very
And
nice.
I can't wait to make the movie.
Yeah. It wasn't our first project together. I mean, we had not as closely, but we had worked together before on. We worked on Nemo. We did. I believe we did Bug's Life. I forget. Anyway, we'd worked together before, so it wasn't like a first time meeting thing. But overall, it was a good experience. He's a good guy. Very nice wife.
Well, Lightning McQueen, from the start, I knew I wanted him to be really sleek. I wanted something that looked like a Ferrari or a Lamborghini, just something, no real straight lines, something very curved and really streamlined.
You know, he's a good director. He's a most of the time relaxed guy, but he knows how to get down to business, just like his wife.
Did I like how it turned out in the end? Yeah, I thought it was a good finished product. It was a good movie. I liked it. My kids liked it. Would I have done anything differently though? Yeah, I would have. One thing I thought was really lacking from the movie was there wasn't really enough sound effects, you know. I would have liked to add more.
I would have to say that the character that I most relate to in Cars is Mater, because I've got a big undercarriage. Just ask Lasser's wife.
Well, if you ever plan to motor west, Jack, take my way, it's the highway, that's the best. Get your kicks on Route 66. Well, it winds from Chicago.